everybody, and welcome to my channel, Stamping with Tanya Badolka. Today I'm going to demo this card here. It's a Christmas card. It is using some products from the new holiday catalog. It is here on page 43. So this is called a hybrid embossing folder. This is it here. We won't be using the embossing folder, but we will be using the stamp sets as well as the dies in today's card. So let's get started. I'll show you the products I used first, and then we'll get into making the card. So I used the Merriest frame dies, like I said, the poinsettias, as well as the leaves from the poinsettia flower. I did not use the hybrid folder. And these are the stamps right here, as well as the season's greetings. Okay. And from the annual catalog, I have used the greenery embossing folder. It gives you this nice little leafed background. So let's get started. I need to get a kit. So today's card is pretty straightforward. You need a card base, and I've used the white. So this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 in the middle. Our next piece is 5 1/4 by 4, and this is the crumb cake. Then we need a next piece, which is 5 by 4 3/4. This is Blushing Bride. So let's get started and glue these pieces together. That way we can just kind of get them out of the way and we can carry on. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful day and starting to work on some projects indoors now that the weather is getting a little colder. I've been working on my cards for my Christmas Stamp-A-Stacks coming up soon. If you'd like information on that, they are posted on my stampingwithtanyabadolka.net as Stampin' Up there. This next piece, I've already pre-embossed it, and we're going to lay that down on our card. I'm just going to apply some adhesive stamping seal to the background of this. Okay, so I will show you how I stamped my poinsettias. So the Blushing Bride ink pad. I still have some old style ink pads. Can you see that there? And like that. And then with the crumb cake, we are going to ink up 2 poinsettia leaves. You could do 3. It's good to do stuff in odds. Well, I didn't ink that very well. So there's a big one and a little one, and I'll do one more of these. Perfect. So then I would run those through my Big Shot with the dies that coordinate with this stamp set. But to save us a little time, I've already done that for us. So what you're going to do with your bone folder is, if you lay these down straight away on the card, they're kind of flat and whatever. So I like to add a little bit of texture. So just like as if, oops, I tore this one a little bit. So just like you are curling ribbon, you're going to give them a light little bend. It just helps with them standing a little bit. I am going to grab my large dimensionals and I'm going to just glue that together there. And then again on this one here. So this is a small one. So I'm just curling a little bit. It will probably lay flat and get squished when you place it in an envelope when you mail it or give it to somebody, but that's okay. And then with your leaves, you're going to see there's a little line here on there. So I'm going to just roll it out to the outside like that so that it curves a little bit. Because leaves on a plant are not flat and straight. So I like to add some dimension. So now that I've curled all my pieces, I'm going to cut out my greeting. So I have used the black Memento ink on a little tiny scrap piece of, what is this, crumb cake. And I'm just a little bit fussy cutting under here. I'm not doing the greatest job, but it really won't matter when I glue this down. So you're going to use small dimensionals to place this on your card. I just like cutting it out like this because it just adds a little bit more dimension, and it's nice to look at. So there's my greeting. So I'm going to place some small dimensionals on the back like I said. And there you go. So I'm going to start with the words because then I can place where my flower is going to go. So I'm going to place it a little to the right here this time. Last time I kind of did it to the left. And I'm going to glue my poinsettia together like that. And then peel the backing off the bottom one. And I'm going to put this a little higher. And then I'm going to place a little dimensional on the leaf as well because the poinsettia is up and it looks nicer. So I'm going to slide that one in and under. If you were good, you could do this after. It's up to you. There we go. And then I have a tiny, tiny, tiny little, there's a die in the set for this, and I've cut it out of the Blushing Bride. And I'm going to get a little glue dot here that I have left over from Paper Pumpkin and place that in the middle. And then I also have some rhinestones left over from Paper Pumpkin in the pink from last month's Paper Pumpkin. So I'm going to place that in the middle, and it just coordinates so lovely. So if you have spare parts left over from Paper Pumpkin, by all means, please use them. And then I'm going to take my Wink of Stella, and you can do this before you glue all your bits together, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to put some Wink of Stella on the pink poinsettia, and it's really pretty. It's hard to tell these kind of little details on camera, but it looks beautiful. And I'm going to put some on this little guy on the top here. So this is one of my new Christmas cards. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Let's see, can you see that a little bit there? Please like and subscribe, and happy crafting, and I hope to see you again soon.